Everybody, quick video for you guys. Shout out to Dex Weeks for following me. He's been asking about my pids for my tiny whoop. He kind of was laughing because he put the same gold motors I put in, and he said his flies like a Panzer tank or some shit like that, and he can't figure out what I did. So buddy, I'm going to show you my pids real quick. I just finished flying 2 packs, tweaking and tuning a little bit more. Use what I got as a basis because I'm going to go back and still change mine. Also, remember, I think I discussed with you, look into your endpoints. If you have your instructions that came with this little dude, it gives you a recommendation for your endpoints on your throttle, pitch roll, and all that stuff. If you do need me to do a quick video or something, I can do that for you, brother. I appreciate you following me. All right, so let's see here. All right, so we'll go into pid tuning real quick. That's what I'm sitting at right now. I'm still tweaking and tuning a little bit. I need to fly it outside with acro and see how my rolls and my response is. Right now, where it sits, I am not getting any shake or shudder. I melted a freaking prop. I was trying to bend it. Let me see if I can show you this real quick. This is actually a new frame I just did. You got your little battery bottoms. That's the only thing I don't like about this cockroach frame. Those things are really chinchy, so I heat them up real quick and bend them. I didn't realize while I was tweaking and messing with that on the other frame, I ended up melting one of the props, the Beta Flight props, so I had to resort back to the quad props, and I don't know if I like it, so I'm going to obviously go back, and these may change based on that because you want your pids to go with your props because they don't fly the same. But brother, there you go. That's what I got. All right, close this up. Actually, let me disconnect here. All right, and then on a second note, if you guys follow me on YouTube, I've had a little project. This is kind of my pride and joy again, and I am proud to show you this guy again. You've seen some of the videos I've done, and I'm still testing and tuning, just trying to get this thing ready. Big project I'm working on. I took the LEDs off because they're originally connected to the board down in here, the original part of the frame that JJ didn't mess with, and all the LEDs did was flash. I could not find a way in my life through Betaflight or whatever to get them to stop flashing, so I disconnected them, and then through some research, JJ and some help from other guys way inside here, I found the 5-volt part on the board, and for just reference points, so if I'm flying at line of sight, farting around showing my buddies, I wired those in so I have a little bit of light. In a future to come video, which I can't wait for, and those probably are going to come off because JJ is going to hook me up with a video to show me how to wire in and program those LEDs. So, excuse me, I'll have a strip on the front and back that'll strobe or God knows what. I am super stoked. Or, yeah, I love that setting when you have it on throttle. So if you're a 0 throttle, it's one color, and as you raise it through, it changes color. So that, who knows. I got a pagoda coming in antenna. So this guy is just here for temporary, and I've been trying to figure out what the hell to do with these antennas because the way that they are wired underneath, they come out right behind here somewhere. So I'm debating if I want to make little holes and little chutes coming out of here. It'll be far enough away from the props, or just kind of notch here and leave them up here kind of hidden. So, I mean, it doesn't look too bad. I got it wired. Let's see if I can zoom in there. They're just wired through. The only thing I got to do is which badass about this cowl, if you guys have never seen this thing, if your front Allen keys are loose and you remove these here, this whole cowl will swing up, kind of like a hood on a car, and you can access all your spots and stuff that you want to work on, which is pretty badass. And for your new followers, this paint job is badass. Everyone keeps calling it Army because I don't think it's you don't see it the same way that your eyes see it or in person, but I'll give you a quick look and then I'll show you the magic in this thing. I painted it to try to look like alien skin, so it's transparent. So when you put it up against light, you can see through it. There was about a 3-hour paint job trying to get it right. Let's see, yeah, that translates pretty well, I guess. You can see it looks like bones inside. And then the most awesomest thing in the world, if you're flying this thing during the day, even for 5 minutes out in the sun, it charges it up. And I'll show you real quick. Let me turn the light off very quick. Don't freak out, kids. Dark. All right, now check this out. If you charge it up just even for a second with this light, and obviously sunlight does way, way better. Look at that shit. It glows in the dark, and this thing will glow all night, even just from this light. It'll obviously be dimmer, but let's see if I can get the sides. So I just leave that on there real quick. My desk was a fucking mess. And there you have it. Get the light back on real quick. So that's a cool little showstopper to show some people. And unfortunately, in the flight that I did the other day, my last tune, you can see that notch taken out of there. I was flying and I did a flip and then I lost power, which I didn't realize at the time. But I lost power and video and everything, so I just kind of pulled the throttle back and just prayed for the best, and it skimmed just over the fence, and I showed that in the video. What I ended up finding out, whatever, I can't fucking talk. It was this guy right here. My problem was right here. I was testing, tuning, and playing with the pids, and I had the battery plugged in off to the side, and when I wiggled it, the power went out. So for you guys, if you have these plugs, keep an eye on them. So what I did was I grabbed a tiny little flat screwdriver. Zoom back in there. There we go. See the little crosshairs? It's kind of like a hollow point bullet. Badass. What I did was take a tiny screwdriver and I just turned it inside there, back and forth. Just to open them up just a touch more. So when it's like sex. You got to have it just right. When it plugs in, it's nice and tight. Tight like a tiger. Yes, tight. It, keeps the connection a lot better, and I've flown it a couple test flights and jiggled around, flipped it and all that shit, and I have not once had that same problem. So that's where I'm at right now. A neat little thing. If you guys are at Dick's, not a sex joke, they have these little, I don't know what you want to call it. It's for fishing. It's for tackle stuff. But I have, being OCD and stuff, I've got multiple drawers. Zoom back in, thank you. I've got multiple drawers and parts in every single one. And every time I want to work on a quad, I got to go in a damn different drawer for kind of the same stuff. So I put Allen keys, there we go, Allen keys in one, other parts. So I can take this everywhere I go and have all of kind of the crucial little screws, nuts and bolts, parts for some of the quads and shit like that. I believe it was $6. You could probably find it cheaper or something similar, maybe at Tractor Supply or a Harbor Freight, but that's the one I picked up, and it's pretty badass. And it's funny, it'll fit in the other one, which I don't know where I put it. There it is. I got that bad guy, and it's cool. You can't see through here. You can change the configuration with all the different parts inside. So if you want to run 2 little quads or 1 big one, just batteries and then props, this thing's perfect, and that little guy will fit inside there. So on that note, I'm going to try to fly as much as I can. I'll stand out and bear the cold as long as I can until I can't anymore, because I'm enjoying the living hell out of this thing. Again, thank you, JJ. Stay tuned. It's going to be a very whooping Christmas, so there'll be a lot of flying around there. I remember my first couple of videos I did with my first whoop and flying around the Christmas tree and shit, and now the progression of my flight characteristics, abilities, and stuff has grown. I should be able to even do some more stuff, and I'm hoping that Captain Lazy Pants over there, is he sleeping? Yeah. He doesn't take down the Christmas tree. So, on that note, I'm going to go get a snack, grab a beer, relax, explicit out. Take care.